Hi, my name is Emma Albee, and I'm going to be doing my CTR project on should there be stricter gun laws in the US? Background information. Each state has different laws for everything, including guns. This means that some states have more strict laws than others, and some have laws that state you can shoot anyone who threatens you in any way. This is called the Stand Your Ground law. In the states with less strict laws, there are many deaths to firearms. This could include accidental, mass shootings, murders, and suicides. There are still many cases of these in states with more strict laws. According to Boschma and Merrill, there have been 91 mass shootings alone during 2025. Today's agenda, we are going to be first going over opposing viewpoints, second, annotated bibliographies, and lastly, my personal viewpoint. Claim number one, no, there should not be stricter gun laws in the US. The reasons to support claim number one include number one, it would infringe upon Second Amendment rights. According to the NRA-ILA, it infringes upon the right to bear arms because there are different restrictions depending on where you live. This is a fact. Number two, owning firearms is crucial for self-defense. According to the research conducted by Doherty, 72% of Americans claim that they own firearms for protection. Number three, restrictions on firearms leads to a loss of personal freedoms. As stated by Stanley, the misuse of guns by criminals is leading to the loss of freedoms when it comes to Americans' rights to bear arms. Number four, criminals break laws anyways, so they could obtain guns illegally if they wanted. Also stated by the NRA-ILA, there was a study conducted by the Bureau of Justice Statistics that was able to find that only 10.1% of criminals obtain their guns legally. Number five, being armed could actually prevent crime. As stated by the NRA-ILA, the number of owned firearms in the United States have doubled, and as that number has increased, the amount of violent crime has dropped by more than half. This is a fact. Claim two, yes, there should be stricter gun laws in the US. Claim number two, reasons to support. Number one, further restrictions would increase public safety. According to Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health 2024, they were able to determine that lax gun carrying laws with little oversight are linked to increased homicide and assault rates. This is a fact. Number two, more gun laws would also lead to a reduction in crime. According to Everytown Research and Policy, they were able to conclude that states that put gun laws in place have fewer deaths per 100,000 than states who did not. This is a statistic. Number three, we need to protect our youth from mass shootings. Also stated by Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health, firearms in the United States killed more children and teens ages 1 to 17 more than cancer and car crashes for the third year in a row. This is a statistic. Number four, people with consistent mental health issues shouldn't own guns. According to Gavin, more than half of all deaths by firearms in the United States are suicides. Number five, compared to other countries, our gun-related deaths are much higher. As stated by Leach Kimon, out of the 65 developed high-income nations, the United States ranks 7th on the list of how much gun violence occurs. This is a fact. All right, now we're going to be moving on to our annotated bibliographies. Our first one is an article titled State Gun Laws, Gun Ownership, and Mass Shootings in the U.S. Cross-Sectional Time Series. This is a pro article. This article's main findings have to do with the strictness of a state's gun laws and the amount of mass shootings that occur. The researchers were able to conclude that not only is there a significant increase of mass shootings in states with permissive laws, there is also research that shows the divide is only growing. They were able to find states that used to have strict laws but seem to be getting more permissive may have an extra mass shooting for every 10-unit increase in permissiveness over 5 years. As a result, the researchers were able to conclude that there is a trend in divide that is continuing to grow as time goes on. Annotated bibliography number 2. This is another pro article and it's titled Effectiveness of Firearm Restriction, Background Checks, and Licensing Laws in Reducing Gun Violence. The key points that the researchers discovered while conducting research on whether or not restrictions, background checks, and licensing laws is that they are effective in decreasing violent misdemeanor homicides, firearm-related hospital injuries, and intimate partner homicides. The researchers in the study were able to see results from just background checks and increased restrictions on laws, but they noticed the differences were there but not as significant. When they added community interventions into the equation that educated citizens about gun violence and the dangers, that was when the researchers saw results. In conclusion, in order for gun violence to improve in the United States, many interventions need to be done. Annotated bibliography number 3. This is a con and it's a newsletter. It's simply titled Gun Control Debate Anti. The key point of this article is that the person writing it believes that these protests are driven by emotion rather than actual statistics related to firearm deaths in the country. The author states that mass shootings only account for a small portion of shootings in the country, and they also state that the use of the term gun violence to represent statistics of death related to firearms is misleading. This is because gun violence can range from anything to a homicide to a suicide. The author states that they disagree with banning assault rifles and do not believe America needs more gun control, but they can at least get on board with banning add-ons that can make a gun function like a machine gun. Now we're going to move on to my personal viewpoint. I fully believe in strengthening gun control laws, as it would lead to overall crime reduction, reduce accidental deaths, and make the country safer as a whole. I have always felt this way about this issue, and I do not think it should be something that is a question in this country. It is obvious to see the crime rates in countries who have a total ban compared to those who do not, and the difference is stark. As a child, I also had to go through shooting drills. The kids I work with today still have to complete those same drills. And they talk to me about how they got a lollipop from their teacher after being so good during it. This is an issue that should not be as prevalent in the country, and it is affecting the youth in our country now.